up and smell the cosmic coffee because it is just another Magic Monday. Welcome to Magic Monday, your cosmic horoscope for the week of December 13th to December 19th, 2021. What to expect cosmically and how you can align with these celestial influences to live your most magical aligned life. I am here every single Monday morning, 2:30 a.m. PST, 5:30 a.m. EST. If it is your first time, hello, my name is Haley Comet. Nice to meet you. If at any point you feel any inclination to like, comment, subscribe, share, those little nudges are so appreciated by me, and I'm so grateful. You guys keep me coming back every single Monday. And without further ado, let's dive into the astrology of this week. So this week, it's sort of bookended by interesting energies and a lot of activity, and then the middle is a little more peaceful, dull, you can call it what you want. And it's not to say that it'll be boring necessarily, because we are leading to a Gemini full moon. So when it's a full moon week, I mean, this is not just an astrologers who say that people are a little wacky during full moons. I talk to EMTs, talk to nurses, talk to bartenders, lunatic, it brings it out of people, right? And we could definitely feel that permeate, especially since the full moon is in Gemini, which we all know is a little chaotic, but I love you guys. I love gems. I'm not shading you guys, but seriously, we've got this Gemini full moon that's involved in a mutable T-square. I'll tell you more about that as we get there. 2 planets changing signs on Monday. Then we have 2 planets changing directions on Sunday. So bookended by all of this cosmic activity. And then just the middle piece of it is sort of preparing for this lunation, which we'll exact on Saturday, which is very social. It's very chatty. And let's break it down with the vibe check of the week. You know what the vibe check of the week reminds me of this week? Your party friend. Do you have a party friend? The friend when you go out and you're exhausted, like maybe you can be tucked into a burrito, but other than that, you're just ready to go home. The one who's in the back like, hey, where's the after party? And you're like, what? Girl, I'm tired. It is 2 a.m. Like the friend who, it's not really the person you go to if you're going through something. It's not really the friend you go to if you want a wholesome Sunday, going to yoga and grabbing brunch. But it is the friend you go to if you want to have a really wild, really eventful, really chaotic night out. That's what this week feels like. Because as I said, it's sort of bookended by these energies, and there just feels to be this like stir crazy or restless energy around like just feeling like we need to like just go do something or just like explode or something of the nature. And it is a fun energy, the party friend is fun, but it is a chaotic energy because we all know that party friend is chaotic. Okay, so you have that energy or that mental image in mind? Okay, let's break it down day by day. So Monday, December 13th, we start the week with a Aries moon. And the Aries moon is feisty. It's beefing with Venus and Pluto, which are in Capricorn, which is not my pick for having any sort of important conversations with authority figures, bosses, anything of the nature. It could just be like a clashing sort of energy. Emotions could feel intense. You could resist obligations of all sorts. That Aries moon does trine Sun in Sagittarius, so it's like, I just want to be free. I don't want to file. I don't want to do emails. I just want to be free. And we've got 2 planets changing signs, so our mental space is getting a little bit more melancholic as Mercury does enter Capricorn, and Capricorn can be realistic nearly to the point of pessimism at times. And while it could be good in terms of sticking to a budget this holiday season, it can be good in regards to our practical tasks, things of the nature. We can also find we're a little bit more down on ourselves. We're a little bit more negative or being very realistic about things. And on the same day, while our mental space is getting a little bit more rational, our action or energy levels with it entering Sagittarius, we're craving a lot more freedom. We're craving a lot more adventure, new experiences. So our mind is getting a little bit more attuning to the business of it all, but our energy level is like, but I still want to do things. Like, I really should stick to a budget, but I still want to do all the things. And don't get me wrong, Capricorn, we all say they are super grounded and hardworking, and that's correct. But Capricorn is a very like work hard, play hard sort of energy. So with Mercury and Capricorn, you might be more on mentally when it comes to business deals and work and responsibilities, but you also might be really enjoying your downtime when it's off. I mean, it's an earth sign. It's very attuned to our tangible, practical experiences. So it's definitely like a work hard, play hard energy. Also, while the Monday kind of during the day is sort of cranky, it's crabby, it's feeling controlled, whether it's by authority figures or just responsibilities of life. All's well that ends well, because it does sextile Jupiter in Aquarius that night, which allows us to feel more optimistic. And so I would recommend creating a to-do list Monday night, because with all of the energies that we'll be talking about, it's really important to have your to-do list and stay to it, because it could be a very busy week, but you can notice, okay, I was really busy, but like nothing got done. It's like with the party friend. You guys talk a lot, but like nothing was said, but it was fun. On Tuesday, the moon enters Taurus at 12:11 a.m., so at midnight around. And then it's pretty calm during the day, but then in the evening time, it squares Saturn and conjoins Uranus. So just avoid picking a fight just because you're bored or restless or stir crazy of some sort. Definitely anchor into your body. The moon is exalted in Taurus, so this would be great to cook a new meal of some sort, take a long bubble bath, do some yoga, something to sort of calm, because with it meeting up with Uranus, it kind of makes us a little bit more restless. We're building to the full moon on Saturday, which again, more emotional, more energetic, more about to jump out of our own skin. So ground down into your physical body, allow yourself to feel safe and comforted, feel rooted. Wednesday the 15th is absolutely beautiful. The only aspect all day is that the Taurus moon does sextile Neptune in Pisces, which is a fantastic energy to allow yourself to feel physically supported and safe via your body, via activities that give you comfort and a feeling of stability, as well as spiritually supported. That's the Neptune in Pisces. And the two together is very fertile, it's very lovely, it's very sensual, it's very delightful. So this is a great day to romanticize your life. Like if you're gonna drink a sparkling water, maybe put it into a beautiful glasswork. If you're going on your lunch break, rather than eating out of your Tupperware, maybe put it on a plate where it looks more delightful. Finding little ways to make your life a little bit more romantic, a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more enjoyable will be nice for sort of tempering the more chaotic energies of this week. This is also beautiful for creatives. Neptune in Pisces is attuned to the spiritual universal energy. Taurus is very attuned to the physical energy. So it can be this beautiful energy around allowing yourself to connect spiritually via your art, or even like downloading or transmitting. So it's a great day to practice your instrument, to write, to pray, to meditate, and to romanticize your life, as I mentioned. Thursday morning, make sure you eat a big breakfast, as the moon will be void in Taurus in the morning time, which to me just feels like, you know, when you're so hungry that it's like so hard for you to focus. It's so funny with that Taurus lunar eclipse a few weeks ago. I posted on my Instagram, which is at Comet Astrology, by the way. I posted on my Instagram, I was like, how you guys feeling during the eclipse? And about half the responses were like, frustrated and hungry. Never doubt the Taurus moon propensity to feel hungry. And I know Taurus placements are about so much more than just food, but Taurus is the energy around comfort, around a feeling of security, of stability, and food is just one avenue of that. But seriously, Taurus placements are really, really foodie. So on Thursday, make sure you eat a great breakfast. The moon is void until 12:43. So this would be a great time to either go out to breakfast because you won't be that productive at work. It could be a great time to get a long workout in the morning. Make sure to have a smoothie after so you're not famished, or just attune to very practical, mundane matters. At 12:43, the moon will enter Gemini, which is curious, communicative, and the sign of the full moon. It opposes Mars in Sagittarius, which is fun, yet a little crazy, kind of like your party friend. Like with Gemini moon, we can expect to feel a lot more chatty, a lot more communicative. I would expect low-key your phones to be blowing up from like Thursday to Saturday around, I don't know, the gossip, or just people like, hey, I haven't talked to you in like 6 months, let's chitty chat, or people just wanting to FaceTime or just wanting to talk, which again, it's hard to stay on track. It's hard to stay focused. Like you don't bring the party friend along when you need to study for the LSAT, right? So this week, while there's a lot of energy, it's the energy around, wow, it felt like a lot happened, but I didn't really get that much done. So just noticing how often you're like looking at your phone or on social media or chitty-chatting in the Insta DMs, just noticing those things. With opposition to Mars and Sagittarius, this would be a great time for a happy hour, just Make sure it doesn't get too wild. These energies can be a little, definitely fun-loving, definitely fun. Geminis and Sagittarians are two of the most fun signs, but yeah, it can be sort of all over the place. And as well as be mindful around starting fights just because you're bored. That's another that's another propensity of this week. It feels like the sort of energy when you're at happy hour and you're just like sort of bored and you're just like, so Margaret, when are we going to talk about your lip filler? Because you lied and said you didn't get some, but I saw you tagged on this med spa's Instagram. So what's good? Try not to do that. You know, with the two, it's a little bit more chaotic because they're both very curious, fun-loving, expansive energies. Just being mindful to use that energy to dive deeper into conversing with other individuals and not just stirring up the pot just for, you know, something to do. Communicate to connect, not to stir up drama. Friday is when I would put a majority of your meetings or sales pitches, anything of the nature. It's great. Sales pitches, anything of the nature. Like I said, with the Gemini moon, particularly before the full moon, things are busy. Emails will be on fire. People are chitting and people are chatting, and the office could be abuzz with activity and chatter and things of the like. It is being solidified by a trine to Saturn in Aquarius, so you can find that the meetings, even though there's like a more like optimistic or like busy feeling at the meetings, you guys are actually able to get a decent amount done. So this would be a great day to take any clients out to lunch if you wanted to, pitch your little heart out, maybe write something, film, anything involving words would be great. Relationship building is great on Friday as well. I love Gemini energy because it knows how to chit chat, okay? Gemini energy knows how to chit chat. And you know, we talk down on small talk a lot, but sometimes it's just comforting to have chit chat. I was talking to my Gemini friend for like 20 minutes the other day, just debating the different kind of non-dairy milks. Like, important to the big picture of my life? No, but it was interesting. I learned about a couple of new milks that I wasn't even aware of, and sometimes it's just nice to feel connected to other people. Like, one of my favorite jobs ever was being a barista, because it's like I've just kind of been someone who's sort of shy, and you just sort of like chit chat with people as they're getting ready for the day, and it's just like a nice feeling. You feel more connected to other individuals. So whether you're chatting with a barista, chatting with a coworker, chatting with a client. Not everything needs to be deep and intense all the time. Things can be light and be playful. No shade. No shade, Scorpio season. Just saying, we're now into Sagittarius season. It's a new energy, and now we're chatting with all this Gemini full moon activity. Might be hard to get out of bed on Saturday with the square to Neptune, whether that's because you overindulged the night prior, or your dreams are really intense, or you're just feeling a little bit more lazy, a little bit more head in the clouds. Might be hard to kind of get in the swing of things of the weekend. The Gemini full moon exacts at 8:36. It squares Neptune in Pisces, and it trines Jupiter in Aquarius. So it's fun, right? That's why the vibe check is the party friend. It's fun. However, if the party friend pulls you aside at 2 a.m. at the after party and is like, hey, I have this great idea for this business proposition, are you going to give the party friend your life savings? Probably not, right? Important that while this full moon is fun, you don't really commit to anything too intense because of the square to Neptune. You could find that you overindulge a little more with the trine to Jupiter and the square to Neptune. And you know, it's great to have fun, it's great to spend time with the party friend, but it's important to also realize that the party friend isn't going to be necessarily the one that you're going to want to study for the LSATs with, go into business with. So I would just avoid on Saturday, you know, making any huge decisions, being chaotic just for chaotic's sake. Certainly have fun with this mutable T-square. You could feel all over the place, very distracted, very in the mood to communicate with everyone in the world. Just try to hold on to, but while you're out and about socializing and having fun, just make sure to hold on to your belongings, not give your life savings to the party friend, and, you know, enjoy and celebrate responsibly. And socialize responsibly. With the Gemini full moon, we could find we sort of have foot and mouth syndrome, low-key. There could be certain eliminations coming up, certain tea bubbling up, if you will. Gemini is like the sign that has the tea, like, check on your Gemini friends. They know about this, that, and the other. And what's also interesting about this full moon is that the ruler is Mercury, obviously, which squares Chiron the same day. So I also want you to be mindful around not celebrating or indulging as a tendency to want to, you know, avoid something or numb something to some degree. Because like I said, with the Capricorn Mercury, you know, we give Capricorn this rap for always being like the, you know, perfectionistic and ambitious, and sure, that's certainly the case, but it's also very hard on itself. It gives it sort of this melancholic energy. And with the square to Chiron and Aries, there's this feeling that we are not enough. We could be trying to numb or hide from those emotions with, a night out with the party friend, or picking a fight just to stir up some controversy, stir up some tea, or like indulging in gossip and drama, even though we know it doesn't really inherently fuel us. I would just be mindful with this full moon. There could be feelings of inadequacy emerge, and then a desire to want to numb those feelings of inadequacy by being out in the town and having fun, but it's not going to solve all of your life's problems for you. It's not going to bring you closer to your truest essence, to your truest self. And with this full moon squaring Neptune, it's important to note that Neptune, it is the energy of escapism. So there is this desire to want to escape during this Gemini full moon. And it's also the energy around illusion, right? And how this sort of relates to the vibe check is around, when you're out with someone, when you have this party friend, if you have that vision in your mind, you can feel really close, right? It can feel really fun. You could feel like, oh my gosh, we're becoming best friends. And Neptune is the planet of, drinking, substance abuse in general. And with Neptune, it's sort of that energy around feeling really close to this person, but it's sort of like a facade in certain ways. Your party friend is going to be the one that you call to when stuff is hitting the fan, and all of those feelings around, oh my gosh, we're so close and we're besties and the start of something new. It's sort of a facade, and that can sort of be a letdown sort of energy. And the reason why this week sort of feels like that is because there's this desire to find something with the outside world within new experiences, and this sort of letdown of it a little bit. So one word of just advice in terms of this full moon is, yes, be open to new experiences, but don't want you to, get carried away with this Gemini full moon around, oh, this is so great, because with the square to Neptune, we're sort of in that haze. We're not seeing it really clearly, whether it's, the relationship with the gal we're going out with or the person we're chatting with at the bar. It's fine to get carried away in it. Just ensure that, you don't do anything that's going to really derail your reality, because during Neptune full moons, we typically aren't too terribly attuned to our reality. On Sunday, 2 planets change directions. So Venus stations retrograde. And I have a whole video detailing that energy if you're curious how it's going to impact you and your sign. And essentially with Venus retrograde, we're starting on this review process around our love relationships, our own feeling of our value, our own feeling of our beauty standards. And like I was saying with Capricorn, it's very hard on itself, and we're reviewing things to see if it's truly up to our standards, right? So with this Venus retrograde story, of course, that video will give more detail, but you're gonna feel it on Sunday a little bit around what the work is you're going to have to do, if it's going to take place mostly for you around your own, appearance, being more loving to yourself. Maybe your relationship will be spotlighted. And Chiron stations direct. And when a planet stations, we tend to feel it. So with, Venus stationing retrograde, paying attention to any news around love, money, beauty that comes out on Sunday, we feel it more intensely when it stations. And now with Chiron stationing direct, we can feel, what was sort of permeating, what was coming up on Saturday that we're seeking to numb with a good time or with, chaos or with activity on the outside world. With Chiron on Sunday, sort of the energy around not being able to hide from it necessarily any longer, or this energy around gaining a lot of awareness around where we are self-conscious or where we are insecure. And with the Cancer moon on Sunday, we're deep in the feels. So Sunday's a big processing day. I wouldn't necessarily overschedule it. It does feel like sort of a hangover energy after the Gemini full moon and all of its excitement. And the Cancer moon will also square Chiron. So it's sort of Chironian day. We could find that we're able to illuminate some powerful things on Sunday because the Sagittarius sun does sextile Jupiter in Aquarius. So allowing yourself to acknowledge what's coming up and sort of pour sunlight or sunshine into those perceived wounds or insecurities or not enoughs and being willing to sort of nurturing yourself, and however that looks like for you, however it is that it brings you comfort. Cancer is an energy that is attuned to, traditions, it's attuned to family, it's attuned to loved ones, things of the nature. So it might be nice to do something sort of seasonal. Hey, it's Editing Haley here. I just wanted to expand on the theme that I mentioned within this video. I'm not talking down on the friends that you also do party with. I'm talking about the party friend. And what I mean by that is the friend who will be there when everything's a good time and the drinks are flowing and you guys are clubbing, but as soon as you wake up on Sunday and your belongings are lost and you made a fool of yourself the night prior, they're nowhere to be found. And if you step away from the party scene, you stop hanging out with them. And why this week feels like that is because there is this very euphoric, hedonistic energy with the Gemini full moon. And then on Sunday, with Venus stationing in Capricorn, there's this energy around, okay, how have I been valuing my time and energy? It's also spotlighting our relationship. So do I really want to invest energy into this partnership when all they want to do is party? And then with Chiron stationing direct, it's like this energy around, okay, I'm not going to mask what it is that I'm feeling with being out on the town or with superficial connections. Like, I'm really going to take the time in the space to heal and process it. So I just want to tie it back to our vibe check and really communicate deeper what I meant when I keep saying party friend, party friend, party friend. Friends, this week's Magic Monday mantra of the week is I am open to new experiences. And that's really the energy of this week. You know, the Gemini full moon, Gemini is the energy of the eternal student, around being open, around being light with life. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, the friend that you hit up when it's time to have fun. You know, it's not the most deep thing. You're not going to like be up debating on the problems that plague humanity. I mean, maybe some are, but it is this energy around connecting with new individuals, feeling more out in the world, chit chat, you know, being open. This isn't the week necessarily that we're going to feel the most productive necessarily, but it might be great for learning, might be great for connecting, and yes, having a little bit of fun. Friends, my Instagram handle is @HaleyCometAstrology. My TikTok is the same. And until we meet again, drink lots of water and stay magical.